Welcome to the video on limits by rationalization. In this video we're going to talk about this algebraic technique, rationalization, and we're going to use it for solving limits. We're going to solve two examples step by step. So the idea is to use, it is very similar to limits by factoring. We use a little algebraic technique to simplify an expression. And as a first example, let's consider this limit. Here we have the limit as h approaches 0 of this quotient. If you here replace h by 0, you'll get 0 over 0. And here we cannot factor, so we're going to try to rationalize this expression. And to rationalize means to try to eliminate some of the square roots in the expression. And in this case we can do that by multiplying with the conjugate. The conjugate of an expression like this is the same expression but with the sign here changed. For example, here the conjugate is this one. It's the same expression, but instead of a minus sign we have a plus sign. And we have to multiply and divide. So this factor in reality is only 1. So when you multiply a fraction by 1, you're not really doing anything. But the trick here is that if we multiply these two factors that are on the numerator, we get this expression, this difference of squares. And here the square root disappears because it is squared. So we get a plus h minus a, and the a cancels with this other a. We get this expression, and now we can cancel the h. And that does the trick, because here now we have this expression and h is approaching 0, so we can replace h by 0 here. This will become the square root of a, so the limit is 1 over 2 square root of a. That's the answer. The idea behind this technique is the same one that is behind limits by factoring. The idea is that this function here equals this other function here in every point except at h equals 0. So the limits are equal. And then after you understand that, to apply the technique is only a technical matter. You only need to practice. Let's see this other example. Here we have x approaching 0. We have this quotient here, and we're going to rationalize using the same method. We're going to multiply and divide by the conjugate of the numerator, and in this case is this expression. If we do that, if we multiply these two factors here, and this is just an expression, a convenient expression of 1, now we can multiply these two factors in the numerator to get this difference of squares again. So with this the square root disappears. We get 1 plus x minus 1. The 1 cancels with this other 1. We can cancel the x here. And this is very similar to the first example. We can now replace x by 0, and we'll get that this will become 1. So the limit is 1/2, and that's the answer. So you see that the limits by rationalization is very similar to the limits by factoring. It is only an algebraic technique. So you only need to practice. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.